So today I'm going to talk about a company that grows more and more every day. The company is indeed Airbnb. So what is Airbnb? Airbnb is an online marketplace that allow people to rent their properties to guests, and Airbnb take a 3% commission from all their rent, and they take also a 6 to 12% commission from the guests. Since the big evolution of Airbnb, there's been a lot of complaints from all over the world. Like the thing that interests me today in this presentation is like what are the problems that Airbnb can generate in the world. In Montreal specifically, there is a lot of problems that are related to Airbnb. But I will only talk about the two biggest problems that I think they have in Montreal. That they have in Montreal. So first is that in many region of Quebec there is a severe like housing shortage. But like they're saying that there's a severe housing shortage in the region of Quebec. But however, in the other side, you can see that like there's 1,000 of homes that are being taken off the marketplace to be to be rented to tourists on Airbnb. So what that means that it removes like the the houses in the real market and put it all in the Airbnb app. Like the evolution of Airbnb is so big that there's some owners who evict their tenants like in order to transform their accommodation into a Airbnb hotel or rent. So like people like with the big evolution of Airbnb, since it's like the biggest thing now, like, everyone is attracted by Airbnb. People like owners even evict some people that will buy each month a price to live in the house, and you evict them because it's easier to make profits with Airbnb. And all those information I saw with was according to La Presse that I saw on their website. This thing is something that I found like unacceptable. Like there are people like, let's say I want to rent a house in Montreal or in one of the region in Quebec, and like all because I could not even do that because like all the nicest house, like the biggest house, all will be on Airbnb because it's easier for owners to make profits when it's a short term rent, because people like there's a lot of tourists who come to Montreal, so they make more money with that than selling and then renting to a people long term. So like people cannot even find long-term accommodation in certain cities. They will have to go in the city to find one, or in another city in another city, so that we like create more problem with their work and more thing like that. So now the second problem that I found with Airbnb is something that I found in I think Le Devoir. Well, no, it was in Radio Canada, sorry. And according like to the city of Montreal, there's ads. The ads illegally offered to tourists through Airbnb, like the platform, could count in thousands of dollars. So, like this like when I saw this fact in Radio Canada, I told myself like this is the main reason why Airbnb has have such a great success in Quebec, in Montreal. because like even because I saw that that Quebec imposed a law to limit short-term housing rentals, but Airbnb found a way to like go around this law and still touch a lot of people to keep their business thriving. So they put like ads on their app to say, oh, we have this house that we can rent, etc. Like that we have this house that we can rent. So people, so tourists from all over the world can see that and decide to rent this house for this day to this day, which is something that people, a lot of people in Montreal complain, and there's even been like a manifestation that took place in front of Metro Montreal, I think, because Airbnb took like is taking too much place in their city, in their neighborhood. Like they can even have like real neighbors because they all tourists. They all came for a short term living, for a short term rent. So they won't be there like the next 2 months, let's say. So it's something that people didn't really like, and that's why they had a manifestation in Montreal. So yeah, that's it. That's it for me. So yeah.